Hi, welcome to Application Server Profile Operation. Here we will understand about the feature of WebSphere profiles, so application server profiles. So here we will see two different usage of profiles. Please ignore this word which has come first. So here you have start application server standalone process. So we are heading to the profile home folder, bin folder, and issuing the start server.sh server 1. This is the default server which will be created. You cannot modify the name of it. You cannot change the behavior of this. You just have to stick with the name of server 1, and you cannot create more servers as it is a standalone server. So now, after creating the standalone profile, there are three components which is going to be created. The first component is the DMGR console component. Yes, the standalone profile will have its own DMGR console and the server.xml on the node level for that particular server. And within the console, you can access it via two different ways, which is using the admin host and admin secure. So these are two different port numbers, and it will be in this name on the server index.xml. Okay, so you have to figure out what is the what is the domain. What is the port number of these two ports, and then access the secure one if it's enabled. By default, secure one is the only one which you have to use when it is enabled, because the ones which is unsecure will not be used when the secure is enabled. VAS admin is a different method of communication or the communication component to configure and control your standalone process or standalone application server. So first one is the DMGR console, next one is the WS admin, which basically is your command line scripting tool using the SOAP port number. Now remember that the SOAP port number is a port number which is there on all the profiles, so there will be no profiles without this. DMGR console may occur for 2-3 profiles, but then it won't be for everything. But this one for sure, it will be there for all the servers. And then the third component which the application server has, which others doesn't have, or the previous one we saw deployment manager doesn't have, is this deployment process. Now a deployment process is where all your developers develop the Java based application, right? So those will be hosted. Okay, so that's why I told you when you have the standalone server, you can actually start deploying the application. So this we will see it in live when we perform it. And in the previous video, deployment manager profile, you don't see this option because this configuration will be available in the slave node, not in the master node. So you will see this particular item over here, and you can access this deployments using this default host secure port numbers. Now I always remember the deployment manager console as the administrative console. The word starts with the port numbers are admin, A for administration, admin host, and admin host secure. And for deployments, I will just put the D word over there, which is default host and default host secure. So this is D for deployments. So if we want to browse the deployed application, we need to use the port number which is there in the server index.xml in the same level. This will be for the name of the JVM. So there will be a name of a JVM over here, but in this case, it's very simple. Just the server 1 JVM, because that's the only JVM available at this point. And that is mapped with the default host and default host secure, which is going to be available on your server index.xml. So this is the first thing for your deployment as a standalone mode. The next one is the federated mode when you are creating application server, and that's for a federated environment. So you'll be using the federated mode over here. The federated mode, as you can see, has two methods of communication. One is either the WS admin SOAP port number, where the SOAP port number is used for accessing the WS admin, and that is also mentioned in the server index.xml under the node level. And you can see the deployment process, which basically lets you communicate to your deployed applications. So the DMGR will be on the top, which actually will control and configure. So you will be able to see those things. So if you want to see the diploma manager in this one, there is a video, two videos right next to it, which is talks about the cell profile. In that, I have architecture where the DMGR connects with the app server. There you can see how it actually operates. Thanks.